If you're feeling a little skeptical right now, after the last couple of years of what we've experienced in the economy, I will totally understand. A lot of people send me emails and turn to me with their questions and ask, how can I possibly get out of debt? I don't think I'll ever be able to retire. What I want you to do is take your gross pay minus the taxes that come out. That's your after-tax income. 50% of that should be the limit of what you spend on the must-haves. Then you have 30% for the fun stuff. This is vacations, clothes, and eating out, and gifts. That's 30%. You have 20% for savings and debt repayment. I had a fight with my Penguin editor over this internet access. She's in her late 20s. She doesn't remember the dark days before the internet. She was insisting, no, people have to have that. And we went around and around and around about it, and I finally said, well, you can put it wherever you want. It's up to you. Why would you do this to yourself? This budget makes sure that you are covering all those grounds. You gotta have some fun. You gotta enjoy your life. But you also don't want to be in a situation where you've enjoyed your life and now you're 80 and on the street. I grew up in a family where debt was bad. My mother was a Depression-era child. They paid off their mortgage as soon as they could. Debt was a four-letter word. When I went through the financial planners conference, the training, they started talking about good debt. And that was a shock. It's like, what? I've never heard that word. Well, it turns out that some debt can help you get ahead. Toxic debt is what you want to watch out for. That's the debt that is corrosive. I talked about credit cards, payday loans. A little statistic about payday loans that always seems to interest people. It's where you go and write a check, and you post-date it for when you're going to get paid. The effective interest rate of writing that check is usually 300% or above. Today, there are more payday loan outfits than McDonald's, Burger King, and Wendy's combined. We used to tell people 5 years ago, oh yeah, go talk to your credit card company, call them up. You call them up these days, they'll cut your credit line, they'll raise your interest rate, they'll shut your account. The few silver bullets I can offer people is your local credit union. They have 3-year fixed rate personal loans. I mentioned retirement because this is a really big deal, and I hear a lot of excuses. One of the most common things you hear is, I got to get my debt paid off, and then I'll save for retirement. So what you need to know is that none of these excuses, none of these fly. Retirement has to come first. Retirement contributions are use it or lose it. If you don't put the money in, that match is gone forever. But also, if you don't take advantage of the tax break by putting those contributions in, that is lost forever. But even more important, the compounding of your returns is lost. And this is a really hard concept for a lot of people. I give you a penny on May 1st and say, I'm going to double it every day for the rest of the month. Do you have any idea how much money you'd have at the end of the month? Would you believe 10 million? Thank you guys for your attention. This has been wonderful. Appreciate it.